This week on the Kokomo Press Podcast, we're going to line you right up with our special guest this week. His name is Adam Street. He works at Barlow's Barbershop. Go check him out. We had a great conversation with him. We even talked about some crazy haircuts and those barber memes, and we had a couple technical difficulties, so you guys get to see some of the fumbling and crazy stuff we went through. But check out this special episode with me, Jordan Granger, Hypocrisy Jones, and our special guest, Adam Street. This is Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Woo!
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and as always, I'm joined by...
I'm Jordan Bell.
Jordan Bell's in the house, and we have a very special guest today.
What's up, guys? I'm Adam
Introduce
Street.
yourself. There you go.
Yeah,
I'm a barber at Barlow's Barbershop. Just started there about a month ago.
Yeah. That's a fun time. Yeah, we got a hold of Adam, or Adam got a hold of us, or something.
I got a hold of Jordan.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
homies, right? Old homies?
I honestly, this is like my brother. He's like
There you
best
go.
friend. So like, have to
Didn't
help
start
him
out that way though.
No, I didn't like you at first. Much like the relationship I have with Jordan.
I think
over
that's
here.
how most
So,
good friendships, because me and like Maddie, even
Yeah.
Maddie and I started off like hating each other. So like I think most good friendships start with like
Typically,
animosity.
Yeah.
You don't like somebody because they're like, well, what? There's something about you. I don't know.
No,
And you start
it's
with like, I don't
you.
like you. You're suspicious.
Well, is it like, I think with him, I was like, I'm either gonna like you or I'm not gonna like you, and I'm not sure which one, right? And I was like, we're either gonna get along or not get along because we're different, right? But that's
So
what
opposite.
actually, yeah. But that's what actually helps us get along
Yeah.
is that we're different. So like it helps.
This guy also will initiate any argument he can just
Yeah,
to aggravate me.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that's the right way to do it anyway. When you're good friends, you got to talk shit to each other. You
That's
know?
the only way. If I'm not talking shit, I don't like you.
I like to poke the bear, and
Yeah.
he is the bear.
He is the bear. Well, the first time I ever met you, Adam, you were being his bodyguard at AACW. You were
my heavy.
You were his
Yeah,
heavy.
we did that for a minute. That was fun.
Yeah. You got the choke slam, the stupid clown for me.
I am not a fan of clowns, no matter how you spin that.
I mean, no. I mean, we defeated him, and that was good, and we're great.
Every time I
We're
see that guy
marvelous, if I can
in-
bring that back.
We go to Walmart or somewhere, Meyer, wherever he works. I see that guy. I still owe you a choke slam. Homie, keep dreaming.
Well, I mean, I don't really be fucking with that company no more, so
I'm
it's
just
okay.
saying. I think one of the Wayans brothers said it best. Homie, the clown don't play that.
I
Bye.
feel that. But man, I appreciated your help. You helped me defeat a clown because he kidnapped me, and that was some good stuff.
Oh, shit was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what they don't tell you is the clown's actually the one running the show. Hey, throwing it out there. Had to do it. Yeah, but I actually was looking through. I was like, okay, we're having Adam on the podcast. Let's go ahead and pull up this. I saw this was your official announcement to the
yeah.
Barlow page from Mr. Barlow himself.
That was 2 days after I graduated. Had no clue what he was doing. That was, I think, my first or second cut there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the amount of just progress I've made already.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Danielle, Gabby, Tess, Braxton, Matt, Evan, and myself.
Yeah.
And Barlow's got such an amazing just conglomeration of talent that
Yeah.
everybody's got somebody that they can mesh with, a style or the particular personalities will meet up and mesh with, and all of us are better at something else or good at something. None of us are bad.
Yeah.
And all these people are great and teaching me so much. It's a blast.
And then you got like what kind of think what you're saying is like you have people that are like specialists, like they have specific things where they're like Tess. We all know Tess is good at like the designs, right?
Yeah,
And
she's
she
really
kills
good
those
with,
fucking
and it's
designs.
the art side. If you look at the mural, there we go, touched it.
It's all right, you're good. You're all right.
That's one.
Yeah, that's one.
If you look at the mural she did by her station now, and just the level of artistic ability she has alone, and that's what I love about barbering. It's art. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not structured.
Yeah.
And I've always been a very structured person, military, my family, the way I was raised. And for me, this is just fun. I get up and I'm happy to go to work.
Yeah, I think it's a good point there because it's an art. A lot of people don't think of being a barber or being a colorist or doing the things that Kim does or he does, or you've got a few people that we know that we are friends with that do this. And so it's I remember when we had Barlow on the podcast, one of the things he said to us was, he goes to the different, like the shops or the places, like the schools where you learn how to cut, and he gets haircuts sometimes there regularly just to see. And then if he likes the talent there, he'd be like, "Hey, do you want to come work for me?" Is that kind of how this happened?
Well, funny story. I was not doing too well, and it was kind of a hard time in my life, and I needed a haircut.
Yeah.
So I went to went and looked up a barber in Barlow's first shop on Apperson, the one in the tattoo parlor or the shoe shop now. Yeah. I went there and got to talking to him, and I felt better just after getting out of his chair, and light bulb.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe this could help me feel a little bit better if I got something done. And it took me a little bit of time, but finally got enrolled in school, and just finishing something, that alone made me feel like 10 times better mental health.
Yeah.
And then did my interview with him. I'm really good with my razor. Pretty steady hands. And don't typically cut anybody.
Yeah.
Doing my interview, of course I fucking cut Matt. And he still hired me. It was fun.
There you go.
See, that's a good thing. See, I at least you can appreciate Matt because Barlow. You can appreciate Barlow because he can still be like, oh, that happens.
He is the most chill, laid-back boss ever. I literally have been there maybe a month and a half-ish. I already have a shop key. I open the shop. I close the shop. He's free to come and go now and lets me and Evan, the other new guy, come and goes. We work 6-7 days a week anymore.
Yeah. You get your clients when you can. That makes sense.
The walk-ins right now are big.
Hell yeah.
This is huge. Thank you again
for
having me on.
No problem, dude.
Other cool thing, Jordan here hooked me up and set me up with my logo.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
We have your logo coming out here soon, and
yes, sir.
And honestly, like not to cut you off, but first off, Barlow's atmosphere is pretty dope, man. And I noticed that right off, just coming in and seeing you, because I've been following your journey a little bit.
Yeah,
I would hope so, asshole.
Big homie. I have been your guinea pig in so many different ways. If you guys look back,
I'm sorry for the beginning. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that to all the people watching, that if I cut your hair in the beginning, that's too. Well, I apologize for the early stages. Come see me at Barlow's, and I promise pleasantly surprised now.
If you guys go back to the old episodes of Kokomo Press Podcast, look at me with some yellow hair and really blonde. That was Adam, but he is always kept me lined up.
Your Dennis Rodman phase.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I asked for all that, so but. I've been a part of your journey, and then I think it's a good fit with you being at Barlow's. Barlow seems pretty laid back. The atmosphere is there. For those who are followers of the page, pay attention that this coming week, because we did a special episode of the Weekly Plug.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw that up here real quick. We have last week's. If you guys haven't seen last week's, this is Be Free. This is fun. They talked a little bit about Janelle Monáe's recent escapade with Jamie Foxx. I was interested.
Okay,
I was really loving.
I don't pay attention to nothing, so I'm oblivious to this stuff.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. If you watch the newest episode of the Weekly Plug, you will be plugged in, and then you won't be oblivious to anything.
Yeah,
see, there we go.
That's why. That's why it exists, right?
But you got to experience a little bit of that. We shot an episode there today. Actually,
that was super cool.
out. Yeah. It'll come out this week. And we, you felt the vibes of the plug a little bit. Yeah. Had a little conversation, and that's why I love it, because first off, thank you to Barlow, because he was so welcoming, letting us in there and letting us use his space.
You got to bring some swag out of it, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got a new shirt.
So,
hey,
check that out, yo. So always love that. Always
I
love
think
that.
that's the smells like beaver butter and bad decisions.
I believe so.
Yes, sir.
Beaver butter. That's
We have your beaver butter for all your ladies,
Yeah.
and then we have your beard butter for all your men.
Yeah. Which, if you're doing things right, you they shouldn't mix together. If you and your lady
Yeah,
get your own, you
it
should.
fuses, right?
Yeah,
I'm just of the mindset that if she's not lubing it for you, you're not doing it right.
yeah, there you go. Got to get it going. I think it's funny he came up with the beaver butter because I know the beard butter's been around forever, and then he came up with
And he actually makes that stuff himself, and I'm learning how he does it. Like, we have a new smell that's really cool. We actually don't have a name for it, so if anybody can come up
pussy.
with
Just kidding.
Pussy.
I said pussy liquor in the beginning, honestly. Like the Rob Zombie song.
What's that tree that everybody's always bitching about right around this time that smells like? Is it the pussy? It's not
Is
the
that pussy willow?
I think there's another one.
How many
It might
times
be
do we
the
say pussy on this
Pussy?
broadcast?
Oh, we can say pussy as many
Hey,
times
we're a
as
couple
we want.
minutes in now. You know, the algorithm's good. We can say as many bad words as we want without the algorithm being like.
I think the algorithm has shot us a long time ago. So
Yeah, that's true.
There's like these motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, when you watch the first beginning of the episode, our content warning is the warning. This video contains content that's not suitable for children. Like that's the whole.
We warned you.
Isn't that what
Yep.
got you to pay attention to stuff as a kid? Those warning labels?
We were hoping.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
It's the only way to live.
Yeah.
what is it you kept telling me? If you see the path, follow it.
Yeah. You gotta follow the path, bro.
Well, when I started doing the intro, the first thing I thought of was like, it wouldn't be. We're like, we need a disclaimer because it's gonna be. But I was like, I don't want some boring like, disclaimer. So I was like, I'm just gonna use the one from the old Girls Gone
Girls
Wild
Gone Wild.
intro.
Or Jackass.
Yeah, Jackass would be going too. But I was like, Girls Gone Wild. I remember I'd be asleep, and then about 2 a.m. I'd wake up, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know that bright
fuzzy,
light comes
yeah.
in, and you're like, dun, 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 dun. It's like Girls Gone Wild down in Cancun, and you're like, all right.
If that's what you're waking up to, I had a different childhood. I was waking up to my radio playing like Linkin Park or POD, something like that.
I was
in
talking
the
about
background.
TV on in the middle of the night, and then you get
Yeah.
like Comedy Central. Like on Comedy Central, you'd always get the Girls Gone Wild commercials.
See, I fell asleep to Sports Center.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't blame you.
I like Sports
You
Center.
know, if you want to go to sleep to Stuart Scott saying, colder than the other side of the pillow, just say that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes
I,
sense.
I like
His-
Sports
Rest in
Center.
peace, Stuart
Sports
Scott,
Center
though.
used to be the shit. Do they still
If
do
you
that?
want to go to sleep and take a nap, yeah.
Do they still do it?
Yeah, it's on 24/7.
I don't even know. I haven't watched TV in so long.
I know.
We just
Stream.
YouTube, bro.
I stream everything now.
I watched the Lakers go down 0-3, which was pretty nice last night.
I saw a lot of people unhappy last night.
I had to rock the Lakers purple and yellow today,
There you
just
go.
in memorial.
In solidarity with your fallen brethren.
You know, I don't know. LeBron's came back three behind before.
Well, 3-1. He never went back 0-3.
Oh,
He went back, he
yeah,
came back
yeah.
3-1 in the
His
finals.
hairline keeps going back, that's for sure.
I
That's
mean,
true.
yeah.
And-
And that
and
plug,
Schroeder.
those plugs look horrible. God.
Are you a big sports guy?
I do. I
mean,
love
Sports Center,
football.
obviously. Football, okay.
Football and baseball. Those are about
What are your
the two.
teams?
Colts and the Cubs.
Yeah, that's that checks out. From here, I feel like with
Very
baseball you
Indiana.
can choose. The baseball is the only sport that, for me, like I guess there's probably other sports, but of the three major, basketball, football, and MLB, like the NBA, NFL, and MLB, that's the only one in Indiana where I'm like, you can pick whatever you want because we don't have a team.
Right.
Well-
If you pick the Chicago teams, if you pick Cincinnati, if you pick St. Louis,
That's
pick
what I was going to
something
say.
nearby.
You need to pick one of the three that are surrounding us.
Yeah, well, there's more
Well,
than
four.
three, yeah.
There's
Some team
Cincinnati,
in Ohio, yeah.
I think if your state touches Indiana, then you should be able to. You can choose a team there. So I even think that
Detroit.
Detroit's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
cool
got a
with that.
handful.
Yeah. And I mean, I even
those
understood
weird
But
it.
it's
ass
okay to
Cardinals
be wrong
fans.
if it's anybody other than the Cubs.
Cardinals. So, like, I kind of get St. Louis too, but I think it's weird when they're like, "Yeah, I'm a Dodgers fan." I'm like, or a Yankees fan. I'm like, all right, I know what kind of person you are. And this is a shot at you, Big Drew, you fucking Yankees fan, calling them out. No, I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. I think you can choose any MLB.
I
team.
mean,
but if you're a
what
Dallas
is it up
Cowboys
there?
fan,
50 got the New York hat on up there on the
yeah,
weekly plug
of course.
screen.
Oh yeah. on the
I mean,
weekly
he was
plug,
from
yeah.
New York, though.
He's from
That's legit, though.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Isn't he from Brooklyn? Is he Brooklyn?
I don't know. Is that where he got shot?
Queens, right?
Queens, there
Jamaica,
you go.
Queens.
Yeah,
yeah.
Queens.
Hey, that's full of white people. They all gentrified that area now, right?
I mean, now.
It's all pretty and like Broad Ripple.
Well,
You
yeah.
say white people did it, but I'm sure he probably still owns like a big portable.
I'm just going to go ahead and say all the white women with the little pit bulls walking down the road are scarier than anybody.
yeah.
Oh, you ran into
And
him?
braver. Yeah, I've run into your wife a couple times, or your woman a couple times.
I mean, it is scary. The Karens are pretty scary nowadays, man.
Behind
So many.
every big scary guy, there is a scarier little woman.
Not wrong.
Yeah, these Karens. I thought I don't know if I have it, but did you guys hear about the lady in the bike incident?
So I've heard a little bit about that.
Yeah,
about the city bike, right?
What's your take on what you've heard so far?
So I don't know the whole story.
Yeah,
I just saw some bits and pieces, but apparently, like, that lady purchased a city bike, and
yeah. So it was a really cool it was really interesting because I saw it from the beginning. I don't know if you saw it from the beginning on Twitter.
didn't.
So on Twitter in the beginning, at first it was like, hey, these young boys had paid for this bike, and this white Karen came up, got this nurse Karen who's 6 months pregnant shows up, and crocodile tears. And so when you're watching it from that perspective, you're like, oh, fuck this bitch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it came out that she had purchased that bike, and the boys were the ones that were actually instigating the issue, and so it ended up kind of like shifting. We ended up Karening a woman who wasn't a Karen. She was a nurse. She's 6 months pregnant. She just got off work. She was driving. She rides a bike to work. She prepaid for the bike, went down, got on it. These boys showed up, said they prepaid for the bike. Must have been a different one, or maybe they did it. I'm not going to call them liars. I don't really know.
Right.
And then the video
didn't you just
picks
call
up
them that?
right then.
Not that I'm ignoring you. I'm just making sure we got plenty of time to keep talking.
No, we're good. We're going to be here all day.
Yeah.
No,
I can't go anywhere until he takes me somewhere.
Stuck.
It was just a
got my
very
Lambert
interesting
fees.
situation because like it started off as being like a little bit of a Karen thing, and then it turned out to be maybe the internet took the off on this when it shouldn't have.
Well, I mean, that shit happens already. Already too much, right? Like I said, I didn't see the situation from the jump. I kind of like caught wind of it after it was all kind of cleared up.
Yeah.
Where it was like, oh no, this was her shit, and like everybody needs to apologize to this bitch now.
Yeah. It's pretty wild because I guess they have receipts. It exists.
Oh.
And by the way, I just saw one of your pictures on there. Do not push that and say that was me, the guy with the half the head
you better
shaved.
quit. Don't give away secrets, man.
yeah,
You're
we'll
not
talk
allowed
about
to
that.
talk.
We'll talk about that.
Don't talk about that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about my
How dare
haircuts.
you.
I didn't want you to put that one out there.
No. It's gonna be up there, but it's not about you. So,
No.
Quit trying to own something. It's not yours, man.
I got to have some kind of credit.
We weren't blaming you here.
No.
We weren't blaming you. I saw this mushroom and I wanted to know your guys' opinion. Now, this is actually
That's
a
a
mushroom,
penis.
so please do not come after me.
No, it's a penis.
YouTube. This
Like
is.
who?
Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah. Who Lorena?
If you saw that, you're walking into your house and you've been gone for a little bit, you and your girl are in a fight, and you see this on the ground, what are you doing? We've been fighting now.
Turning
this thing
around and
shows
walking
up.
away, going the fuck home to somebody else's home. That ain't my home no more.
That's a red rocket right
That
there.
is not a mushroom.
Trying to figure out where my dogs are because I got 2 males.
Yeah. One of them
Which
hurt.
one of them pissed her off?
Yeah.
There's definitely something going on there that I'm not a big fan of. I was like, if I came home and saw that on the ground, I'd be pretty upset. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, I guess maybe, before we had silicone-based
Well,
products, it was the perfect
the
accessory for every woman.
The real question is it edible?
It wasn't
I
the first
bet
thing
it
I
would take you on one hell of a ride, too, wouldn't it, Jordan?
It might, it might.
Imagine you coming in, you're like, hey, I just tripped on a mushroom. They're like, oh, you're tripping on mushrooms? No, I tripped on a mushroom coming in here. It was, There's a dick mushroom out here. I just tripped on it coming to work.
Gives you a whole new meaning to a mushroom stamp.
Yeah, mushroom stamping your leg real quick before you're going. I would not be a big fan of that, having that happen to me. Yeah, honestly, I was like between all the Karen stuff going on. We actually had our own Karen in Kokomo recently. I don't know if you guys saw this, but a caller, Kokomo Scanner put this out. Callers in fear for their life due to a flock of geese that have surrounded them at Highland Park. The officer stated the gander is now docile. He's back in service.
Bro, I didn't know you could call the police on the geese because, like, I'm gonna have to because in my yard there's always like a gang of 20 geeses, and I'm just
You live right by a pond.
Yeah, it's the pond.
But I didn't know I could call the police for that. Like,
Well, that's the thing, though. They're probably going to be like, "Hey, man, you're the one that came into our hood. You're gentrifying our neighborhood because this is our pond."
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna use my half white privilege, and
It's when it's convenient, he utilizes it.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
What's good for the geese is good for the gander.
Jordan.
My girl sent me that about the geese thing, and I was like, "This is insane! I cannot believe somebody called the cops on some geese."
I'm half tempted half the time to call the police on my wife because I'm tired of getting bullied and beat up by that little white woman.
Oh man,
And she's scary.
Yeah.
Like
She played kickball with us. Didn't she play a game?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun because you were on the kickball team for a minute. Yeah.
I'm on Barlow's this year, baby. Better watch out.
Oh, yeah.
ooh,
and whatever. How many games you played?
I wasn't on that team then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was every time we played Barlow, I was like, well, at least we won't have to play that hard today.
Yeah.
He's more on the enjoy it and
Just go out there and have fun.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't have fun when I lose every
I
time.
don't enjoy losing, so I might not
Yeah.
necessarily be on the same level as those guys. And I'm not a big drinker, so for me to go out there and do what I'm doing, I'm not going to be on the same level as anybody else trying to run those bases.
I feel it. I want to play.
Don't they have a
kickball, but I don't know
reward
if my
for
knee's gonna,
the?
hold up.
Everybody's. I mean, I swear to God, every person I've added to my team in the past 3 seasons, we've had so many injuries. I'm like, I don't think we've ever had this many injuries before.
I pulled that. We were playing, and I pulled a muscle going into first, and I looked at you and said, "Let's go! Somebody come get my ass!"
You got hurt. Jordan actually took a bump at wrestling one of the times, and then came in and was like, I can't even move, and I'm like, God damn it! It's like nobody can play. And the funny thing is how good you can't see it on camera right now, but
I see the plaque.
we were a good team at one point. Mm-hmm. But then everybody gets injured, and I'm like, by the end of the year, I'm just like, can anybody in the fucking world please just play this? Because we had to forfeit a game last year.
Oh no.
And I've never done that before. Like we didn't.
I know when I was playing with you guys, I'd kick, get to first, and then I'm like, "Yep, I'm done. Somebody come get me."
I remember I opted out last year because I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna re-injure myself again. But
Barlow said something about we're doing kickball this year for sure, and then something about fall ball, softball, co-ed.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
They always do. He always sponsors a lot of teams and all that stuff because he sponsored 2 of our shows. We've done 2
Yeah.
comedy shows, and he's helped to sponsor both of them, which is pretty cool. Are
The last
are
one
these
was-
the Iversons?
Yes, sir. Those are the '97.
So you
Iversons.
got Iversons in a Lakers color? That's fucking.
They got
that's a
the
travesty.
Celtic.
That is a travesty.
They got
actually.
the Celtics green and white. They've got the baby blue ones that I had back in '97.
Yeah,
Then they've got the red and white and blue.
which is aren't they like the OGs?
Those are the OG ones he had for the 76ers, right?
Yeah.
The question, right? Are they the question? Or are they the answer?
The answer.
The answer.
The
That's
answer.
what it was. The
And
answer.
then they've got the purple ones like these.
Yeah.
I mean, they did they're called the Crayola series.
Okay.
I'm not big into sneakers, but I'm getting there. I
Yeah.
just got a set of Air Force One anthracites. Those are pretty cool. And then the Barber's dunks.
Yeah.
I like
Those are
those. Those
dope.
got the coach on the side, and then
Is everybody at work in the sneakers and they were like slowly peer pressuring you?
no, I was my wife and Jordan, and well, I like having money, so I like looking good.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Once you get money, it's like sneakers are one of those things that it's a culture. There's a sneaker culture in it. So if you're a part of the culture, it's one thing. Or you get brought in when you finally get money because you're like, I want to have nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been big on tennis shoes other than PT. I was military, so tennis shoes meant I was going to work out, and I didn't want to go do that shit.
So let me guess, Coast Guard? Just kidding.
Oh, no.
I'll restart us here. All right. I don't even remember what we were talking about before I got up. Because I was too preoccupied in my brain for like what's going on.
Not gonna lie, we'll just pick up from wherever.
And we're back. Hey guys, we had a little technical difficulty there. I don't know if you even noticed because our screen stopped over here, but it looked like it was still recording.
Yeah.
Which was random.
It was a weird time. So
Yeah.
whatever we were talking about before, we didn't already forgot because I smoke a lot of weed. Shout out my eyes.
Shout out weed.
Yes.
We're all getting a little old, and I hope we age as gracefully as the beautiful Martha Stewart.
Is that legit?
That's legit. She's
Yeah, it's
she's the
legit,
cover
legit.
of swimsuit.
Well,
Sports
you
Illustrated
thought
swimsuit.
you thought like
I
the internet was
swear.
spawning over some AI. Can't
That's.
fake those titties.
Oh, yeah, you could.
I mean, you can,
paid
but-
for a set of fake tits. I know how they work.
Oh, you paid for a set of fake tits?
we
God,
go.
I guess you and Brandon Policki have a lot in common. Maybe you should do the Taking It Too Far podcast.
I'll introduce you to him.
Yeah,
Got you.
We've got some fun podcasts locally, man. I did you see that Davey post something about not doing the?
Yeah, it
is
made
that
me
right?
really sad.
I know.
It made me really, really sad, and like I think I even reacted to that, but I wanted to message him, kind of on the side and just be like, yo, you gotta keep grinding. You know?
It's a lot of, he does a lot, the way his process works, he does so much editing that I think that it gets, that's why I try to do it the way I do it, is so it gets edited as we go. So everything that I'm doing happens as we're, and it's a couple extra things that you have to purchase, which sucks, but at the same time, you don't have to, it saves you so much time in the back half.
Podcasting is a lot, and I know we've learned.
Yeah.
But it's just grinding it, and you know, and it gets you places and stuff, or get you through things, and not necessarily places. People watch this, and I appreciate you if you watch this, or any of the other podcasts that we do, or anything like that.
Yeah, we saw with so many projects, and I mean, that's the interesting thing about doing content creation in the first place, is just trying to get as much as we can done, and literally trying to, like, kind of like what you said earlier with, you know, doing the whole, you know, getting into barbering. It's like there's a mental part of it where you're like, it's a good thing to turn on and turn off. You know what I mean? So you have like a time, like, oh, you get to play for an hour and a half, 2 hours a week.
You know, it's like yesterday, Jordan got a hold of me and came in, and we did some work on him, did an outline. I think he's got some video of that somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I
check out the weekly blog.
Shit, brain fart.
Whoa.
Yeah, you did some line work on him the other day, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, again, we smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
It's his fault. But it's fun. Like, I can sit there and turn everything off and not have to worry about all the craziness that's going on around me, and I can just
exist.
I've done enough
space.
I've been shoved into the little, well, general issue Joe, take your number, move on.
Yeah.
I don't have to play by those anymore. I don't have to do that. I can just kind of flow, and, you know, it's looking at somebody's face. It's looking at the angles, and, you know, if somebody's got a rounder face, giving them some more masculine angles, stretching out the face to look at skinnier, or having to look at somebody and go, you know, I know you want this look, but I promise it's really not going to be
what you think it is.
What it is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I really think, Jordan, that, that's 3 or 4 now.
You're good.
That barbering kind of lost for a while, that I'm so excited about. And that brain clicked back in now. I remember what we were talking, where I was going with it. You know, a barber's supposed to be your style advisor, your financial advisor, an ear, just to shut up and listen, or somebody just to sit there and talk to you when you don't know what to talk about, or, you know, a love advisor, somebody just to be there for you. And as a barber, if I don't do my job and you don't get out of my chair feeling a little bit better about yourself, your chest a little bit thicker, shoulders rolled back, and a little bit more relaxed, did you really go see a barber, or did you just
get your hair cut?
Yeah, I feel like barbers are like
And I'm not gonna-
1/4 like therapist. I think that's what you're trying to go for. Like, it's like almost like you're a therapist.
Well, I mean, if you look at the colors of the barber pole, there's actually not just red, white, and blue, ooh-ah, patriotic. It's symbolizes certain things. The white are the bandages. The blue is a symbol of the doctor's care, because back in the original days, a barber was a dentist, was a doctor, sort of, did multiple jobs.
Yeah.
So that's what the
you
red
didn't
is.
say what the red is, and, you know, we all know what red is.
That's what makes the grass grow, baby.
It's the blood, baby. Well, I know originally that pole symbolized that barbers were actually the bloodletters back when, you know, people believed that your blood got sick and you'd have
That's
to
how
get your blood out.
toxicity, yes.
That's one of the reasons why the pole was there as well, is because it was like, hey, this is where you can get your blood out. So you guys were like kind of like quacky doctors, but now you guys just get to be the original quack doctors are, you know, therapists. So you get to be therapists.
Lots of leeches and straight razors. Right?
Dude, I love using my straight razor. That is my favorite tool, because
I know you get in there, you get your lines all crispy.
Hey, it's almost June, and why has it got to be straight razor? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Come up with another name for it then, and I'll call it that.
Okay, I'll just mess with you.
He's just saying throw some curves on them lines, bro.
Just bought a Cadillac. Throw some D's on that bitch.
I don't want it curved. Then I can't make those lines crispy like the chicken, right?
I feel it. I feel it. Grease be popping.
We need to get some curves like Martha Stewart. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, if she's looking that good when I get.
Yo, I
kick
know
her out
what.
of
I
bed.
can tell why
Bring it
Snoop
back.
keeps rolling.
I
with
know,
it, bro.
Snoop.
I think Snoop's hitting, dude. I think he's.
You know
smashed.
damn good and well Snoop's getting that.
Yeah, he's definitely been a part of
I
that.
ain't even mad at it.
Rolling down.
Hey,
Snoop gave her the old mushroom.
She got some street cred when she went to prison.
Yeah, he's like
That
like
insider trading.
it's one of the jokes they were making is like out of Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg when one of them's done real time. It's Martha Stewart.
That's because Snoop Dogg was acquitted.
Martha
He
was
bought his way out of that shit.
Not guilty.
You know, he ought to be really careful. Did you see that interview he was doing about when he bought Murder or Death Row? Look at me now and making a jab at Suge Knight, where you sitting in prison while I'm sitting here running Murder or Death Row.
Well,
I
first
keep
and
saying
foremost,
Murder Inc., but
fuck
yeah,
Suge Knight.
M killed that.
I'm
label, too.
so happy, baby. That's Murder Inc. Actually, it's just the ink now. Remember they got
The
real
ink.
soft.
Yeah, M
so
murdered
soft.
everybody on that. label.
Speaking of soft, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done showing the mushroom.
Mushroom-tastic
Or Pedro.
podcast.
Well, okay, so I did bring you alluded a little bit to the photos that I have here, but I figured since we have a barber in the house, we'd have fun. The barber memes were such a big part of culture for a minute, so I said,
they still
let's
are.
look at a few funny barber memes, and let's joke about them. So this one is him. It's the black girl at my job. Barber, say less. It's this black girl at my job.
Oh, dude, we do so
Bro,
many
that's
of
a whole
those
different
blurry
person.
fades. Those
Yeah.
blurry fades are actually one of the hardest things to do.
I bet.
Because
Yeah.
if you show any kind of a weight line, is what we call it, or show any solid weight in the transition,
Yeah,
it,
it ruins the entire appeal of it.
yeah. And then I was talking about the lines in my straight razor. If you look at this one,
Yeah,
the guy's done a great job of actually edging it out.
yeah.
Now, I don't know that I
So
would have given
when
him
I do
that
edging,
six
it's a little
head out.
different than the type of edging you do, right?
Yeah, I
My
mean,
type of edging is a little different than your edging.
Just-
It's
Slightly
right?
different.
comedy podcast.
just the tip, right?
Anyway, just a tip. No, but I mean, it looks really good. This actual haircut.
Right.
I mean, it's fun that if this looks like one of those like homeless haircuts.
I
where they
wouldn't
talk
give him
about.
that guy a 6 head instead of a 4 head, but it is what it is.
I don't think he has
I don't
a
think
choice.
he had
Look
a
at it.
choice. Yeah.
Now that beard, dude, I'm telling you that whoever did that beard work is phenomenal.
Yeah. If you put his head around, he looks like it's like the end of a brush, like a paintbrush. You know what I mean? That's how good it looks. It looks like a perfectly new paintbrush.
Right.
Well, that's the first one. Let's pull this one up.
him over.
This
He
one's
looks
the
like
fun
the
meme.
Pope's hat.
When your barber a little too aggressive. I've had barbers in the past that grab my fucking face. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Are you one of those?
No, I try really, really hard. I got these bear paws because, yeah, Jordan, am I a little rough sometimes?
No, actually, you're pretty good.
I'm gentle.
You're gentle. Well, I mean, I know personally when I've got military haircuts, I've never been dug in more in my life.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's no such thing as a military haircut. It's called scalping.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally like it's like
And I don't know why these barbers that are, when you went to basic, the barber, and you were the stupid joke the barber asked, how do you want it? Motherfucker, I know what you're about to do.
Right.
How do you want it? I want you to completely
I want
ruin
you
my
to
life.
not make me look like a fucking testicle walking around.
There's a lady, and everybody knows her at the Navy boot camp up there that they call the Dragon Lady. She's an Asian lady, which is probably and we're live again.
Game on.
Yeah. Anyway,
This has been a weird podcast.
it's been a
Round
weird
three.
podcast already. Yeah, this is
Ready,
round 3.
Fight.
Here we go. We're back into the Kokomo Press Podcast. Yeah, we've had a little bit. I think OBS was like yelling at me for not updating quick enough. And I'm
You gotta
like,
update
my
your
bad.
shit, bro.
My bad. I got to update.
What we got 21.
See,
20.1?
one time I updated right before we were getting ready to shoot, and then it threw off my Elgato. I couldn't run that. And so I was like, I don't want to do this before. I'll do it later.
You're speaking
2
gibberish
times
about
ago.
all this stuff to me.
I know,
okay.
man. It's
It's okay,
French.
bud.
It's French, man. That's actually
Ooh la
French.
la.
Did you go overseas? Did you go to Europe or anything?
in Germany?
Stationed in Germany for a while.
Germany? Okay. Did you guys meet in
Mein
Germany?
Deutsche Kleine.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what he
was
said.
deployed.
Sounded racist.
It probably was.
Hi Hitler would be.
Oh, that's pretty racist.
There you go.
That's the
That's
one.
definitely racist.
Same country, just not my opinion.
You know, we're definitely not getting sponsored by Adidas now.
Yeah. They never were.
I didn't know we were getting sponsored to begin with.
I mean, I'll take anybody's money. I don't care.
I spend
Even from a person that runs Hollywood.
No, I was stationed in Germany, Fort Riley, and I spent a couple fun years in the Middle East.
Yeah, fun years. Funyuns. Those are the Funyuns?
Mm-hmm. I missed those too.
I miss those years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got to point out this picture you got up here. Look at this barber, though. The guy getting his haircut looks okay. He looks a little salty. Dude, quit grabbing me like that. But how you going to let somebody cut you? And I don't even know that beard's jacked up.
Yo, his line crispy as fuck, though. So, like, I mean his barber do look busted, but...
How you going to show up to work? I mean, if you're not going to do your shit, at least put on a ball cap.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, maybe he's just like, listen, I just lost. Maybe he just had a fight with the only other barber he trusts to cut his hair in there. You know, it's probably hard to cut your own hair, right?
This could be a bad angle.
Do you know what the one fun thing to always ask your barber is?
What?
Who's your barber?
Who's your barber?
Well, I mean, it's like asking your doctor, well, who do you go see?
Yeah, who do you go see? I rely on my own Well, I guess a doctor could. I mean, it depends what they're doing. I guess if a doctor gets a cold, they can run their own tests.
It's a surgeon.
Yeah.
Who does your surgeries?
Yeah. Who would you want to do yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Didn't they ask that question in the Doctor Strange movie? You know, he's like, I don't have anybody that can fix these hands.
It is only me.
I am the only one.
Yeah, that's why he went to Budapest or whatever.
I am the one, the only one. He's like, I got to go to check out. What's it called? I was gonna say Abu Dhabi Comertage. Abu Dhabi is like a different place.
Oh, dude, I'm a giant nerd. Anything Marvel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, toys.
You were talking about your sex toy collection. What were you saying?
I mean, there's those, and then I like vintage.
I'll
toys.
show you those too.
Vintage toys.
I like vintage toys,
Yeah.
and I have a room that's decked from literally ceiling all the way to floor, and I'm out of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you the guy from 40 Year Old Virgin? Yeah, that's that kind of look.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, except for I get laid and I'm covered in tattoos and ride a Harley.
Kelly Clarkson.
There's that. Yeah, he's Kelly Clarkson. I don't know.
You don't get the reference?
I'm not doing the Man of Lantern. Hey, we do wax at ours. We do have the girls that do waxing at our place too. And another thing, I just got Barlow to sign off on. We're going to do a bunch of new hot towel services, like the old school retro. Come in, lay down, get the face cleansing. I put the hot towel on. The hot lather machine's set up now. It's really about pampering.
I got a taste of that yesterday.
We always tell our ladies to know, go to the spa, go pamper yourself.
It goes, yeah. We need the guys to do that too.
I
Right?
need y'all motherfuckers to come on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm convincing Matt to do all this shit, and the only way he's going to keep letting me do all this shit is if people come in.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not bad. You know, the towels feel pretty nice. Like I said, we'll have some footage later on in the week on the weekly plug, but it's a nice little service, and it don't cost that much, man. So, like...
No, we got the facial tonic that goes on the towels, so it's not just... And we have certain towels we use. Like, there's a texture to them that are soft enough but abrasive enough to actually help cleanse the skin and the pores, and then the heat obviously opens the pores, and then you've got the tonic that smells good but it softens the hair follicles.
Yeah. I mean, I to me, anytime I've ever gotten a wet towel on my face, I'm always like, why did I say okay? I don't like having it, but a lot of people I know love to get, it's a nice, like you said, it opens the pores, it gives that heat. I like getting the hair wash, the shampoo, and I'm down with. I like that.
So since I've started, I've done a lot of work up there, cleaning and moving stuff around, helping Matt out. We do have a wash station in the back now. I got that hooked up and run.
He was like, let's get this gigantic guy in here to do some lifting for us and move stuff.
Hey, I feel like
bear.
That's the story of my life. If you want something moved, call Adam.
Call Adam. He's the bear.
Or if you need a tool.
Yeah, call Adam.
Yeah.
My bad. I don't own tools. I have an Adam.
What, you remember that Crocodile Dundee movie?
Yeah.
I have a donk.
Yeah.
The hell's a donk?
Yeah.
All I remember is, that's not a knife.
This
is a knife. But that was like
Same
from, like,
principle,
commercial.
pretty much. Yeah.
Same idea.
That's not a bodyguard. That's a bodyguard.
Yeah, that's funny. That's too good. I'm gonna move on. Let's go to the next picture and let's see what we think. Barber, what you want? What can you do for $2? I'll see what I can do, fam. That's it. Is that what I get for $2 at Barlow's right there?
That's what you get when you don't sit still.
I was gonna say Barlow seems like a pretty good dude. He'd probably give you a haircut if all you had was $2, and it would look better than that.
We had guys literally come off the street because you can knock Kokomo in a lot of ways. It makes it way too easy.
We do. Have you seen this page?
I've watched the page. That's why I said they make it too easy. But there is still good people in the town.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of occasions I've seen guys walking past the shop, and I've watched Matt grab guys, bring them in, do their hair, and turn around and send them right back out, and never charge them anything. And I don't think he's worried about it. It's more along the lines of, somebody feels better about themselves. It's a genuine excuse to be a better person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've already made up my mind about once a month here soon, I'm going to go up to the VA in Marion and start doing some cuts for free on the guys that are stuck in the beds and can't get out. And
Yeah, that'd be fun. That's a good thing to do. Help those guys out stuck up there in Marion. If I was stuck in Marion, I'd want somebody to give me a haircut.
Yeah, Marion
dude,
sucks.
being in that VA hospital period is just, there's nothing about that place.
See, I went
not
up there
wrong there
one
either.
time and I was like, nope, not anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, do I want to be sad today?
I got my 5% or whatever, 15%, whatever it is.
I'm getting a little bit more than that.
Look, I got what I need. I'll grind.
Somebody
for the
told me I
rest.
need to go do the rest, but I'm like, I
Dude,
don't
you
know.
really ought to. It's a big deal. Like, as veterans, you earn that money. You earned that.
No, I know.
You earn those privileges, and we should actually be standing up and screaming, hey, we need these, we deserve these, because in this upcoming election, we literally have a bill passing that if nobody knows about it or pays attention to it, we as veterans are losing 22% of our disability and retirement pension.
Jesus.
That's a quarter, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I get X amount, and you're going to take a quarter of that?
Yeah. No, that's
As
What are
a
they doing with it?
1099 barber now, that drastically affects what I can do. That takes my time and goes, okay, now instead of being able to knock out these hour-long services, I'm going to have to knock it down to a half hour and pump out twice as many to make up that money that's losing. And why am I losing it? What did that fat fucking Washington need my 22% for?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, there's a whole bunch of senators that look like turtles or death that are there wasting and sucking up money that could be used towards veterans or education.
Do you know how easy it is to get your benefits? You need a mailing address and patience.
Yeah.
It's that part though.
The patience is the hard
It's
part, I
that
think.
part.
Honestly.
You have to find the right people to deal with. I went down to the DAV building here in Kokomo and talked to a lady, and she got me set
They're
up.
pretty. I mean, honestly, of all the places I've been to, they're the ones that are pretty on top of things.
Yeah.
It's just personally, it's like I don't. It's like it's so weird to me to go in there and be like,
I don't want it because I don't want to work.
Oh yeah,
Right,
I get
right.
that.
And I feel like there's a lot of people that look at it like that, and I'm not.
Well, I mean, you're kind of an exception. You've been through a level of shit enough that you're.
I had a bad day at work, and we'll call it that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've had a couple from stories that you've told me, and like I understand. I completely understand. Nobody's knocking any veteran that's goes out there and gets their benefits because you're due that, man. I take
Absolutely.
advantage of my benefits. It helped me buy my house. It it gives me a little bit
Same
extra
thing.
money.
Yeah, I definitely
every
got the
month.
VA.
Yeah. So
loan, that's one thing.
I did that before, but I'll never get that again. My ex-wife ruined that one.
Oh no.
These things happen, but so the thought of the government taking any of those things from people is crazy because although I don't feel like I did a whole lot in the military, I didn't have to join.
Yeah.
And
You voluntarily signed up knowing damn good and well, no matter,
might die.
it's real simple. I mean, Air Force, Army, Navy, Marine Corps,
Might die.
even
Except for
the
Coast
puddle, Even the little puddle hoppers get shot at by pirates.
All right.
Yeah.
fine.
Arr.
Arr.
Yeah, they gotta go get that cocaine. That's
Yeah,
really what
cocaine.
cocaine. Let's get a cut through a couple more of these real quick before we. What kind of cut you want? You ever played Minecraft? Say no more, fam.
I mean, I think I saw this in Chicago.
It looks like it might be Photoshop though.
Yeah. No, there's like this whole like wall. Like I think it's like a twin tower. Like,
Yeah.
Tribute
Ali
or something
Akbar.
like that. But yeah, I swear to God, I saw that.
Like
guy.
Stair stepping that. I like
Whatever,
that.
or
That's
just
sick.
Just step my game up, and there's that one.
Hey, that's
You
that
like that
line
one?
work and how hard it is to actually pull that off.
Yeah.
Dude, that takes time.
I'd like to see
talent.
somebody pull it off of my hair.
Not wrong. Yeah, I'd like to see that too.
I got enough product and I'll make it work.
There you go. You're gonna need the product.
Oh, there's gonna be product.
There's
if that
here's
dude
one.
don't
I'm
get,
looking-
I'm just not gonna touch this. That's a interesting.
No, it's not. It's just a haircut. I'm looking for that messy but casual white girl bun. Say no more. It's done. They just put it on his face, but
Look at
like
Bentley.
I can almost rock that now.
yeah, you're getting there.
I can almost rock that.
You're getting that.
My
Yes.
kids got hair that long.
Yes.
Do the dreadheads do the best? Okay. Anyway, and then
Ask him.
I think this is the last one I got for you. That's,
Ooh.
Barber, what do you want? Give me that wave function of a one-dimensional particle without spin in the form of a bunch of fucking weird things, such that blank in the
fuck?
normal.
Say no
That's more.
gibberish.
Yo, I don't care about the rest of that shit. And this hair is like obviously fucked up, but it's the dude's eyes for me.
His
and,
eyebrows.
and his 4 chiclet teeth.
No, I'm looking at the beard here. Like, look at the design on that tribal on the beard.
The beard's actually crispy, right? But like it's just his eyes. He
And
looks
that
like a cat.
He got an 8 head, not a 4 head.
He
You
took, a
ain't hiding
comb,
that 8 head.
he took a
That's
comb over
LeBron.
to a whole new level.
You can't fool me.
That
That's
not a comb
LeBron.
over.
That's
That's
literally LeBron right there. Look at LeBron James. LeBron James. No, he's got
That's what he's
the
looking like after he losing that game again.
he's got the weird beard pattern too. It's interesting as well.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that
deer tay. Don't church it up.
Deer
Joe
tay.
Deer tie.
Deer tay.
Joe Deer tie. Anyway, those are my haircuts. Check out Adam at Barlow's. I want to pull this up too before I call it. This is Barlow's. Check him out on Facebook. Like him. Subscribe. Do all the things. There's pictures of kids.
We do a lot of
Specializing
kids
in
cuts. We
art
do a
of
lot of
men's
kids
grooming.
that are special needs too. That's one of my things I really take pride in.
Yeah.
Is I take my time, and I feel like the kids that come in there, especially the ones that are autistic or special, they deserve the most patience and the most time, because if you go in there and make it traumatic for them, all you're doing is creating that stigma. But if you let them come in there and hold the clippers and make it enjoyable, then you're not having the kids screaming in the shop and driving you nuts while you're trying to sit there and relax.
Yeah, I mean, I completely, I'm on board with that. It's probably the best way to do things is to spend a lot of time with those little fellas and little.
I got a
ladies.
buddy named Colin. You saw that article.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope he comes back and sees me soon. He's into wrestling. He's a Mankind fan.
Mankind.
Who's not a Mankind fan? Love it.
Yeah.
Love
So
Mick
he's like fuck Cactus Jack, fuck Dude Love, but Mankind is.
I don't think he's old enough to know any of the other alter egos. I think Mankind's the only one he's
That
seen.
makes sense. Yeah.
Being young and knowing Mankind is awesome in itself.
I mean, you can walk out in anywhere in today's world and basically say Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker, and Mankind, and even Karens are going to know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll definitely know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's probably a for sure thing, especially with Mankind's one of them, yeah, and Undertaker.
I
Stone
watched
Cold,
Throw
The
a
Rock.
Ric Flair in there.
Hell in the Cell at the 98 King of the Ring
Yeah.
with The Undertaker and Mankind again the other night.
Oh yeah.
Dude, getting yeeted off the top of that cage 16 feet.
By God. By
By
God, he
God.
killed the man.
I mean, Undertaker, I thought I killed Mick. Come on, Mick, move, damn it.
Yeah.
And you can just hear his voice.
Oh man. I love it.
That's too funny. Somebody I was listening to, I think, a podcast the other day, and they were talking about your favorite wrestler, which is Hulk Hogan. And
If you'd like to hear
NWO, brother.
If you'd like to hear my takes on Hulk Hogan, be sure to subscribe and follow the In Your House podcast. We are now a top 100 sports and wrestling podcast on Apple.
that was be fun. That'd be fun. But they, I was watching.
Nameless plug.
Yes.
They were talking about the Hogan's Knows Best show with his daughter, and when him and his wife split up,
Isn't
how
that
she
when
ended
his
up
kid
dating,
Run the Gawker time.
and she ended up dating her son's friend or something like that.
Isn't that when he
Or
wrapped
a
that
guy
Supra
went-
around the tree or killed that kid? Didn't
Yeah, that
Hogan?
shit happened too.
That was the son.
That was his
Yeah,
son.
that's the kid.
But they were talking about those episodes and where he took his daughter by the house and they could see the dogs and he wasn't allowed to go up there, and then his daughter got out and Brooke went and saw the dogs and he was just sitting there crying in the car, brother. And I'm like, if he wasn't racist, you could feel bad for him right now.
Man, I didn't like him even before he was racist.
Why not?
Because, man, just watch In Your House.
You're gonna get him going. You know what you're doing. Just keep poking.
Talk a little
keep
shit
poking.
when I'm in your house. Talking wrestling shit and I'm in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, In Your House podcast, check that out if you want to talk shit about Terry.
Yeah.
Terry.
We don't like Bologna.
I don't like
I
Terry.
mean, if
Bologna.
you want to talk about anything,
Terry
just come
Bologna.
down to the barbershop. That's where you're supposed to be able to talk about all that.
Yeah, the
part
shop.
two. Bring it back around.
I do have some good news for you guys. Did you guys hear that there's a release
GTA
date
6?
for GTA 6?
Yeah.
They said it could be between April and like within that year. So starting from April 14, 2024 on till April 14, 2025, it's going to come out in that window. So we're
So
getting
you got
closer
a
and closer.
year?
We got less than a year till we have less than a year.
Yes. Sweet. You can surf in the next one, bro.
I heard, dude. It's gonna. Somebody said they leaked the map, and it's like three
It's
times
huge.
the size of the
Jesus,
original.
I'm never
the
gonna get
last
my
one.
PlayStation back from my kid.
No, it's
you're
over.
never.
It's definitely over. Yeah, and then I saw this too. I thought, well, I'll get your guys. You guys see the New York City is sinking under the weight of its own buildings?
Oh.
I mean, if you go through and look at the X-rays of New York, anyways, the infrastructures that they have are built on top of the old infrastructures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the city is a city on top of another city
Oh, yeah.
down
It
there.
got knocked down enough. Yeah.
But the earthquakes and everything else. I mean, by the time it's
Oh, that wasn't a 9/11 thing?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, actually, if you look glass half full here, them knocking those towers down actually probably helped, them prolong the city a little longer.
R.I.P.
that's
those,
one of those I'm just not going to touch with a 10-foot pole. That's all y'all.
R.I.P. those have died. Or
Yeah,
Like
R.I.P.
that
or
situation.
Pete Davidson's dad or
Pete
whatever.
Davidson's dad.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Pete Davidson's dad.
That situation just brought out a lot of patriotism within our country, which it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
Uniting us as a country.
Yeah,
Sometimes tragedy is what we need to bring us together.
that's true.
No.
That's
we
what
don't
all
need
the
tragedy.
that's the 1% always says. That's what the 1% always says right before they take over. That's an Illuminati thing right there.
Yep.
Again,
And I'm
I
proud
did
to
great
be
in Germany,
an
right?
American, well, at least I know I'm free.
Hey, my dad always said I'd do great in Germany. Blonde hair, blue eyes, above 6 foot, and 200 pounds. I'm what Hitler wanted.
Well, I'm just, you got to do what you got to do there. Those guys did not like those towers, and they said, we're going to take them out, and then from then on, we're going to make great. Do you guys see this? The Turkish Islamic preacher says men without beards cause indecent thoughts in other men because they look like women.
Yeah. No, he's right. He's right.
Is that why we all have beards?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we look like we're 12 when we don't have facial hair. I mean,
Either have a beard or you're a pussy.
There you go. I like that.
I am what I eat. Nom, 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 nom.
nom, 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 nom.
Jordan needs to see the mushroom again.
Nom, nom,
I
nom.
like
Throw them-
mushrooms.
The mushroom. Well, here's another phallic thing. This is apparently the worst recreation of a skeleton. It says in 1663, the partial fossilized skeleton of a woolly rhinoceros was discovered in Germany. This is the Magdeburg unicorn, one of the worst fossil reconstructions in human history. It looks horrible.
That's
Bro,
like 6
what if that's
fossils.
I know. What if they are right? It
That's
looks
like
horrible.
6 fossils put together.
We don't know. Yo, if that neck bone connected to that thigh bone and it worked, right?
I thought the neck bone to the hip bone.
This is peak beauty. You're not
Whole new
understanding
game,
it, but
a whole new head game.
Oh, they're over there marginalizing, this already extinct.
I'm just
species.
imagining it having some straight up fucking cake cheeks, and it's just like if you look
Right.
at the ass on it, like just
That's
imagine some
that's
shape.
the first thing I'm thinking is, bro, think of the ass that's around that tail, bro. Like it's probably thick.
Yeah, it's like
Dude,
the
that's-
head's on the
That
ass.
creature's head game is just beyond.
Yeah, no. it
Hips,
shouldn't be.
lips, and fingertips. That
There's
thing's
no-
got it going.
There's no way this thing should be named a Magbird. It should be named a Nancy Reagan.
Oh God, that good.
Should have just
She don't
called
have
it
no
the
cheeks.
Magnum unicorn.
Sorry, I'm never gonna let that joke.
I know, right? You and Nancy Reagan have got some real beef, man. You're going for Miss Reagan, you know. Speaking of head game, who's getting the best head here in Star Wars? Which one? You know, we gotta go through who's getting the best dome.
Oh, it has to be him. His eyes then
mean-
rolled back to non-existences.
I don't know. I'm looking at Hayden Christensen on the right. Darth Vader's like, "Ugh," he's going evil. That's how.
You ruined her.
Dooku looks pretty good too at the top.
I gotta say, I need a motherfucker. Come on.
Yeah.
This is motherfucker, and his purple lightsaber.
Suck it, motherfucker.
Did you guys hear this messy shit? This woman gets exposed for attending 2 different baby showers wearing the same dress for 2 different men for the same baby.
Oh god.
Different baby showers. She wore the same dress too, which is hilarious.
Bro, get your bag, yo. Ain't nobody mad because you play some dumbass dudes.
I'm mad. I'm mad.
Why did you buy a gift for both?
Yeah, I did. And I bought a gift for. I
Did you
bought
think it was yours?
2 toasters.
You thought it was
I
yours.
thought it was mine too. We all did, didn't we? All?
I mean,
Didn't you just go to the third one?
Yeah. I went to the
Okay.
3rd one and the 4th one.
who
It was the
doesn't need
best
4
one.
pieces of toast though?
Listen, the only
My toaster
person,
has 4 slots in it.
the only person that can make me change my mind is Janelle Monáe this week. Did you see that? Did you see the release? Oh man, don't go on Twitter unless you're trying to see some Janelle Monáe titties.
I mean, I'm like
So,
every
just-
man. I like all titties. Let's see them all.
Just look up the
Go back
video.
to the Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart does. You know?
I mean, I'd hit it.
yeah. Who wouldn't?
There you go.
She
Up
looks great.
until Betty died, I couldn't think of a better way to go. I mean,
For her.
ethically, I mean, who wouldn't want to look at your buddy and go, I knocked the bottom out of Betty White.
I don't know, man. I might. I respect her too much. You know.
I loved her.
I
But
respect her
that's epic, though. Just to say I'd been with Betty White.
I'm kind of worried now. 'cause
That's
he
a
used to-
bucket list, like, top of the list. Can't nobody top I slept with Betty White type thing.
This is super weird because he used to call my van Betty White.
Oh
So now I'm
I
kind of.
said it. You got Betty squared out there, too. But
Why did you
I
call it
think-
Betty White?
Because I thought of the cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Betty White. I always thought that's what they say whenever somebody
When I
season their
roll
food.
around and I say, no, I'm black. Nah, I'm Betty White.
Betty White with that type of van.
Yeah,
Betty
yeah,
White, and they're like, oh shit. So
We had, so he had a rental truck the other day.
yeah.
And I had to laugh because his ass couldn't see over the damn steering wheel.
First of all, it was a
2500.
Ram
It ain't that damn
2500.
big
It's pretty big.
for a black guy.
It's pretty. I mean, whatever. That's whatever.
Pretty black guy.
I was going to use his other half because he already used the white half.
This makes no fucking sense, but we'll throw this. The average horse weighs 1,000 pounds and has a 20-inch D. That's a ratio of 50 pounds to 1 inch. So an average man weighing 200 pounds needs a 4-inch D to be hung like a horse.
Fuck yeah, I'm winning, baby.
We finally won out here. We won.
Angry
out here.
Inch wins.
Yeah, at 200 pounds, 4 inches. That's not bad. I'll take it. You know, that works.
I'm almost 300, so I should be rocking a little bit more. Shit, I'm still losing.
I don't weigh 350 pounds, but it's cool.
Way to go, you. Now we know how big Jordan is.
If I was, I'm just kidding.
No, actually, don't.
Oh my
That
God.
wasn't an advertisement.
There you go, Jordan.
Do you guys hear about this? The plane can't fit. I can't fit the plane out. It feels like discrimination. This woman went viral for showing a video of where she said that they can't because of the way planes are built. She's too big to go through.
I mean, although go her
Yeah.
for other things in life, just not in this.
I'm just trying to figure out how the front's bigger than the back.
That's true.
She's
I
got a
think
front-
she turned sideways to get down. She has to turn sideways to get
Dude,
down.
she's
the
got
aisle.
a front butt bigger than her back butt.
So we accommodate a lot of people for a lot of different, disabilities and things. But at one point, there's got to be a point where there's an average, right? Like we
Right.
get to a point where we're average, and she's clearly not an average. What?
We got visitors.
I think I have a kid trying to get in here, trying to break in.
Everybody wants to be on this.
Everybody
pod,
wants to be
right?
on this podcast is the weirdest episode we've ever
I just
done.
got told I'm done for the day at work, so when you drop me off, we can. So keep going. It's fun.
Oh yeah. Cool. Well, I was gonna let you know. I just called up there and booked, so I'll be in there. In a little
Oh,
bit.
you know what's cool is I can cancel that.
I'll just cancel.
I
real
have
quick.
control of my schedule. That's the best. That's another thing, dude. I can work as many hours there as Matt will let me.
Yeah.
But if I need time off,
Yeah.
bye.
I think that's
Independent contractors.
independent contractor. I mean, but do you have insurance though?
Yeah, VA insurance and my wife's Chrysler insurance. Hell yeah,
Yes,
I'm
that
killing
works.
it.
There you go. There you go.
Dude, I got the best of both worlds. I don't pay for my medications, and if I need good doctors, I use my wife's shit.
There you go. Well, the good news is that speaking of unions, strippers in North Hollywood just formed a union.
Sweet.
So now that we have union strippers, which is pretty lit.
Why do strippers get a union and barbers don't?
Yeah, you guys.
Or why don't podcast guys need a union?
you guys need to work harder?
Yeah.
I'm
I work hard. It not working.
yeah. Well, you can't be an independent contractor and a union member, right?
Yeah. That's,
I heard something the other day that made more sense than anything I'd ever heard when I was talking about being a barber.
Yeah.
A barber is somebody that works 80 hours a week, so he doesn't have to work 40 hours a week.
Oh yeah. Do you work that many hours?
Usually I'm there from about 10 to 9 most days, other than Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it seems like I'm picking up extra people and taking it and any walk-in. So if 8 o'clock's when we're shutting down or 9 o'clock's when I'm shutting down, I'm always staying an extra hour or two, it seems.
Yeah. I mean that's interesting because but you did say it's more of a fulfilling career. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so
The
it's
thing
like,
is, I kind of
it's not
looked
like
at it
working
from
at the puzzle factory.
no, I'm not over in Tipton at the Puzzle Factory.
No.
I kind of look at it like this, though. You know, there are a lot of shops in town that do the 9 to 5 or the 9 to 6.
yeah.
And not everybody does that. My wife's a perfect example. She's on third shift.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. I mean, she doesn't have a normal schedule.
Oh,
So
I know how that works.
a barber or a stylist that's willing to, hey, I got you at 10 o'clock or on a Sunday,
Yeah.
all day be open.
Yeah. Come in for those third shifters that, don't mind if, hey, I'll open up a little bit early.
You know, I'll be there at
so-
6:30,
yeah.
7 o'clock, but
Yeah. I know Kim has to do that, with some of her clients too.
it's all about taking care of your guests and making sure they get the best experience possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's important. Yeah.
If you were to go on to Barlow's right now and look at their Google reviews, I mean, for the last month, it's pretty much just me and Evan left and right. And
Yeah.
There you go.
the whole
What's
shop,
Evan's last name?
Bellis.
Bellis? Okay.
He's really good. Like, he's my barber.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
There's my barber.
There's your barber.
He's the only one I actually trust to take a razor to my lines.
There you go.
There you go. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, you guys started together, right?
We did. We started at the school together, and now we are at Barlow's.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. We're getting ready to do a couple big events for the town too. I know I think isn't it the Strawberry Fest is coming up?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I
Yeah.
actually have a graphic for that. Strawberry Festival's on its way. So
Okay.
it's beginning it's like the first weekend of.
We are gonna have a booth out there. Tess and the girls are gonna be face painting.
Hell yeah.
Matt will be socializing because he is nothing but the ultimate social butterfly.
There you go.
And spreading the gospel of Barlow's Barbershop.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And me and Evan will more likely be out there. Well, no, we'll be out there doing cuts and lineups for everybody.
Out front of the shop, right?
No, we'll be at the Strawberry Fest.
Yeah, but it's downtown. That's where it's at. Are you gonna be out in front of the shop?
Wherever he tells me to be.
Okay. I just figured as much because I know the coterie is they always do something that every year they do like a strawberry like wine or something weird like
This
that.
is my first year being
Yeah.
anything outside of I don't know, antisocial asshole.
Yeah, I'm looking and it says they've got several food vendors this year, not just the strawberries. They've got the Coterie Dippin' Dots Ice Cream, George's Kitchen, Hog Heaven, Home Team Ice Cream, Kona Ice, Papa Floyd's Polar Ice, Sun King Kokomo, Travel and Tom's Coffee, Truck, and Ubuntu Food Bus by Bind Cafe.
I wonder if the El Rancho's taco truck's going to be back in town.
It'd be nice.
They got some good tacos.
See, I still have beef with them, so.
You still got beef with
I
them?
got beef with them, dude. They were supposed to show up at Harvest Fest, and they didn't come out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I went to Sotam Good. Sotam Good has one too, but they're not Asian. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's Sotam
There's another
Good.
place in town you and Kim showed us that we go get the authentic street tacos.
Talking about the goat, bro.
Yeah, that's over by the
Borrega.
shop. I just walk over there.
Yeah,
El Borrega.
El Borrega.
El Borrega.
Yeah,
Or Borricio. Are you getting yelled at?
No, there's the other barber. Yeah.
There you go.
He's getting a phone call. He's getting a phone call. This is phone call time.
Nah,
Take
that's
a little
all
break.
good.
Just kidding. I mean, we're already dependent on enough. So it says we'll be having sex with robots in the next 10 years, and then it says 2 more years.
What's up with this dark ass picture of LeBron?
Well,
Again,
that's what he said. 2 more years, and he's like staring it down. Get it? Like, he's like doing
I can't tell because it's so fucking dark.
because that's 2015 is when they said that in 10 years, and he's like only 2 more years, and we'll be done.
I think he's just salty about his hairline.
He's definitely salty.
As much money as he paid, that shit should have looked a lot better.
Don't say salty when we're talking about those. Talking about sex robots, okay? He needs you. He's like, oh, we need you right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, we are slammed right now.
He said, I need
you ASAP.
He said, we need you like Megan Hall needs some black men.
I need somebody
this one?
to
I got you.
hook me up. Otherwise, it's my Lamborghinis and me.
That'd be fun.
I got you.
We'll go out and fill out. I don't want to do this last thing here because I thought this would be fun. I don't know if you guys had saw, but Megan Hall had came out and said that she was the victim of all this when all this came out. Well, then this is the Tennessee cop said that, you know, she actually had what he calls a fetish for black men, badgered colleagues for sex, and told one he must be gay for rejecting her advantage. So it doesn't sound like somebody who was.
I love the
I
amount
just
of
called
back
her
and
the
forth in
conductor.
this.
I know it's like they're like going to the tabloids. On it.
Yeah. And they are going to keep on digging and make the other people worse and worse and worse. This is the best thing since Jerry Springer.
It
bro.
is.
It really
Jerry's
is.
gone,
R.I.P.,
so now we
bro.
got her.
R.I.P. Jerry.
We'll go ahead and wrap this up so he can get back to work. I thought I
Gotta
thought he was
get-
off.
gotta
get
He
some cuts.
thought he was off. He's
Hey,
like,
got to make that money.
Gotta make that money.
People need you.
Hey, that's what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yep.
All right, so this has been the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan
Thank you.
Granger.
I'm Jordan Bell.
I'm Adam Street, Barlow's
Check him out
Barbershop.
at Barlow's Barbershop. Yeah, you can call up there, make an appointment. You know, DM him. I do that with my barber sometimes, left and right. So maybe I have to bring my little guy up there because he's something needing a haircut. So
I'll hook him up.
Yeah, I'll bring
Kids
him up there.
cuts, adults, it don't matter. We got them all.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that. Dogs, cats.
I mean,
Chickens, ducks.
I don't prefer cats. I kind of dog guy.
All right, makes sense. I have 2 cats and I'm losing my fucking mind. So
Man,
just happened.
they're a slave for the pussy, bro.
And play with the bullet. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching the Kokomo Press Podcast. We'll talk to you guys soon. We love you.
Later.
We out.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and you know, it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.